Another week, boys, and another TWAB. This week at Bungie, we had to fix the timeline. Again, sometimes when you kill a bug, it doesn't stay dead. Earlier this week, while deploying hotfix 2.7.1.1, a small number of servers failed to restart with the proper configuration file. This reintroduced a previous issue that caused some players to lose currency. We had to reset the clock again and roll back character data to ensure that no one's hard-earned currencies were lost. To give you some details from behind the scenes, we posted a detailed recap of why this issue re-emerged and how we're working to prevent it from rearing its ugly head again. Player Supports has more info below on hotfix 2.7.1.2 going live this morning and how I put this bug to bed for good. So yeah, that was actually a great readout from Bungie, essentially going over the details of what happened, why this bug was actually occurring, and how it actually snuck past Bungie's team. Definitely a freak bug though, and from reading over the solutions the other day, sounds like we shouldn't run into this scenario again. Now in other news, Crimson Days is back and Guardians are partnering up to show their love. The tower decorations are up, and Lord Shaxx is inviting partners to enter his special Crimson Day double playlist in the Crucible. For the full details, check out our Crimson page or last week's TWAB. Crimson Days is in full swing though, guys. If you're still looking for a half-decent bow, by all means, the vow is there. With that being said, let's move along. Fractaline? Stocks! To invest or to donate? That is a question the community has been pondering since the Imperium Foundation event began last week. Many in the community are recommending that players keep investing in Obelisk, but we're seeing a steady rise in donations as players have already hit stage 5. We've also received reports from Spider that this economic stimulus has been great for his business. Here's a look at the current Fractaline donation tracking as of noon Pacific time. So we've donated a total of 3.5 billion fractalines, or over that. That's a lot. Stage 6 is actually what, 6 billion? And I guess the question comes up is, will it double again? Will it go from 6 billion to 12 billion? Or will it just do what people are saying it's going to do, which is essentially stage 7 will be 7,777,777,777. It's a lot of sevens. I don't know, guys. I have no idea. Maybe not. They might just triple the thing, man. Might get to stage 7 and be like, bam, 18 billion. But I honestly think that Bungie's changing this number up. And I'm not trying to get all conspiracy theorists on you, but just think about it. How come the number went from stage 4 to stage 5, 2.2 billion to only 3 billion, and then all of a sudden on Tuesday that number doubles to 6 billion? And it's because Bungie knows, man. They know how many fractalines we have. It's a straight up Big Brother scenario. They'll always keep edging us. They'll keep pumping them numbers up. So they're gonna run a tally probably tomorrow or something like that, or whenever we reach the 6 billion mark, to see how many fractalines everyone has in the wild, how much was invested, and then go from there. That's just my personal opinion. A little malicious, but that's what I think is gonna happen. So everybody that's investing, which I'm investing too, I'm not doing it with my fractalines, but I'm doing it with the light infused thing. I'm pumping them numbers up. We're inflating the hell out of them. And Bungie's gonna expect us all to sit there for 48 hours straight turning in fractalines next week. My God. Now, moving on to Affinity. Oh boy. This is about Armor 2.0. Bungie states we've introduced Armor 2.0 with Shadowkeep last fall. We got a lot of feedback on the new armor system, specifically pertaining to elemental affinities. Many of you have been asking for the ability to change elemental affinity types on armor. We'll be adding the ability to do this starting next season. Holy hell, fellas. All the issues we previously mentioned, or at least one major issue, has just now been fixed. That is a big one. You'll soon be able to change the elemental affinity on any piece of armor to either of the other 2 affinity types directly from the item's inspection screen by hovering your cursor over the armor's energy icon. This is intended to mitigate the experience of getting an armor drop with a stat roll that you want, but the wrong elemental affinity. Changing an armor affinity type will cost 1 upgrade module. If your armor is already upgraded to a higher energy level, the cost will be total upgrade materials necessary to reach that energy plus 1 upgrade module. Okay, wait, am I understanding that right? It states if your armor is already upgraded to a higher energy level, it's like you've almost masterworked your piece of gear, the cost will be a total upgrade materials necessary to reach that energy value plus 1 upgrade module. So wait. Do we actually have to fully masterwork the piece of gear in order to change out the elemental affinity? Am I getting that right? Someone tell me if I'm right or wrong. I'm like rereading it right now in my head, but I don't know. Either way it goes, the ability to change elemental affinity, even if we have to jump through a few hoops, is excellent. I've got some great pieces of exotics that I want to keep and that I have kept. They're just sitting in my vault because of the stat distribution, but I hate it that it rolled maybe solar or void or art. Now I can go in there, change it up how I want it, rock out that enhanced momentum transfer, or that impact induction. Yes, it might use up one upgrade module, but it's well worth the cost. Moving on though to seasonal mods. We also received a lot of suggestions on how to improve seasonal mods. Starting next season, the seasonal armor mod socket for Undying mods and the Dawn mods will also be able to use mods released during the seasons before and after the armor piece was released. For example, armor with the mod socket from Season of the Dawn can now equip Dawn mods, Undying mods from Season of the Undying, and Redacted mods from Season of Redacted. Holy hell. All right, fellas, I think pretty much everything we said last week when we complained about the whole Charge with Light system is now been fixed. The fact that you'll be able to slot this on your pieces of armor, you get that huge stat roll piece that you've been dying to get, that 60 plus stat piece, you keep it, you fully upgrade it, you get it to where you can swap out whichever elemental affinities you want to swap it out to. Then you can now swap out the activity mods with mods from previous or future seasons. That's huge. I can't stress how big of a deal that is. That actually makes me want to go ahead and start making more builds with Charge of Light. And Charge of Light has a lot of benefits. It really does. Just a lot of people don't entertain it. And I think it's going to play more of a role than what we think in the coming seasons. And now that we have a system that doesn't make this feel so finite, but allows us to expand it season to season, this could be big. This could be very big. These are all huge changes, by the way, and something of which I didn't think was going to happen as soon as it's happening. Now moving on, Ironbender. As Crimson Days comes to a close, Lord Saladin will arrive just in time to fill the hole in the heart of a less decorated tower. Red flowers will be replaced with a burning shield as the last Ironbender of this season kicks off next week. Wow, that's crazy, man. This is the last Ironbender of the season. This is your last shot, though, to finish that Ironbender quest this season and pick up any pinnacle rewards from Ironbender bounties. Equip your best gear and control those zones. On a real note, though, guys, I'll be doing Ironbender on all 3 characters next week, simply because of the Armor 2.0 and the changes that are coming to it in whatever future patch it is, as Ironbender does have a good chance, especially the pinnacle gear bounties, to give you a high stat roll. So completing those, putting those together to go off into next season, this is great preparation, guys. You might want to take advantage of this last Ironbender. So guys, that is pretty much it. Bungie does talk about the hotfix and the rolling back of accounts. That of course went out on Tuesday. They actually wrapped up the rolling back by 4 p.m. Pacific, but actually earlier today, they released the hotfix 2.7.1.2 patch, which included a server code fix to prevent currencies and materials from disappearing again, as well as the fix to the Infinite Dawnblade Super. So currently right now, I think people are saying it still works, but only in the Tribute Hall, which is kind of whatever to me. That's pretty much fixed. Again, guys, Crimson Days ends next week on the 18th. So you're looking to finish those bounties or get any of the rewards from Lord Shaxx, make sure you get in on that. So fellas, that's it. Let me know in the comments below what you think. My clanmate here, Fallout, has won Movie of the Week. They helped a 9-year-old get to Legend. Dude, that's insane. Kids today are also insane though, right? My kid can do all kinds of crazy stuff when it comes to video games, and he's only 3. Dude, it's only a matter of time. Our grandkids will be hooking up to SAO. We'll be full diving, baby. Well, fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.